When I first started this channel, I never thought I'd be a filmmaker or actor. I just wanted to have some fun. I'll create some like funny skits and trending videos, some music, some comedy, even try travel videos. And for those of you who've been following my journey ever from the beginning, you know that I've transitioned from that period to serious filmmaking and tutorials behind the scenes. And thanks to your support and your encouragement, I finally reached 100,000 subscribers on here. And that's amazing journey, and it's all down to you guys. So thanks for that. With this milestone, I want to kind of start a new chapter on this channel where I'll probably slow down a little bit with the release of films. I want to concentrate on feature films more now, spending time on those, and probably release less short films where I can spend more time to make it really well, and do more kind of vlogging, this kind of style videos to see what's going on in my life, equipment that I use. Like for example, in this video, I'm going to show you these two new devices I'm going to use on my next project. So I've just set up this new system. One's on top of the camera and one's here in my other hand. You know what, what's easier is, let me just show you the whole setup. I'm going to film it from my phone so you can see the whole setup because I've only got one camera. Okay, so in my hand is a new Hollyland Pyro 7 monitor. I'm going to go into more detail about this in a bit, but that is being received from this transmitter sitting on top of my Sony a7 IV camera. It's also from Hollyland, called Pyro S. Yeah, so that's a new setup with these two equipment. I want to just talk to you about this equipment in a bit, but first, I'm using these two actually to shoot a film that's happening tomorrow. It's called 4 Hours Till Impact. It's a new story about the world is ending, asteroids coming, and we see how people behave in different countries. I've already shot one in Los Angeles. There's one going to be in Australia, which is tomorrow, but it's not in Australia, it's shot in London. And there's another story going to happen in London, another one in China. So it's actually a big film from all these different locations. It's probably my biggest short film, and it's going to take a while to complete. But I'm really excited to use these two new equipment on that tomorrow. You'll see in a bit on set how I use it. But let me just go through why I've chosen Hollyland to, use these two equipment to help me to shoot these films, and how I can use it for the setup I use for the future films and also shooting videos like this. Let's talk about the Pyro 7 monitor first. Here's a satisfying feeling of a new monitor. And also this really nice new equipment smell. Is it just me, or you people do that as well? Maybe I just have a weird thing about it, I don't know. And what's good about this monitor is that it's a receiver as well as a transmitter with a 2.4 GHz as well as a 5 GHz band you can choose from. We have a screw here at the bottom to mount on any stand, and on the back of here we have the HDMI out, HDMI in for headset, a USB, as well as DC in here for the charging, and SDI in, SDI out. And on the top of here, we have a dual slot for NPF battery, so you can hot swap between the two. On the top, we have F1, F2 custom buttons. Those are for the antennas, the on-off switch here, another hole here for attachment. And on the other side, I have another one, and also a SD card slot for you to record the footage directly on this monitor. For the Pyro S, we have here the 4K transmitter, which is, you can see it's red. Those are the antennas I've attached. That was sitting on my camera to transmit the footage. On the side here, we have the SDI and HDMI input. On the other side here, we have the on-off switch, USB and DC in. And on the back here is a slot for the battery. And with this 4K receiver, you would use this on a monitor that's not Hollyland, obviously. You plug that into the other monitor with HDMI cable, and you're able to receive the footage from the transmitter. Okay, the Pyro 7 transmitter is now attached to the camera, which it comes with this little attachment, really cool as well. You can, do this, and you can also attach the monitor on top, not just the transmitter. The HDMI cable goes into the camera. I'm using the Sony a7 IV, and the monitor is right over there. So at the moment, it's not transmitting because I need to switch on. So let's go ahead and switch this on. You'll see that it will boot up, and after a while, you see the channel 5 comes up, and if you give it a little bit of time, you'll see the monitor will receive the footage. There we go. Let me just quickly show you the functions on this monitor. So you tap on the screen, you have all the information on the top, and on the bottom, the top, it tells you what channel, it's a receiver at the moment, and the bar is how much signal it has, what log this is, I'll go through that in a bit, the battery, and at the bottom here, you can record into the SD on the side here, like I showed you earlier. You press record, but that actually records everything that's on the screen, so including all the information that's transmitting from the camera, and you can obviously play back the footage here as well. But at the bottom, we have the usual graph to show you the exposure, another one for skin tone, another graph here. Then we have the peaking, we have the zebra, and then we have false color. And this is a LUT that I've applied. This is the S-Log 2709 for my Sony camera. You can disable the LUT and enable it. I'll show you in a bit where you can import your LUTs, etc. And here you can zoom in and zoom back out to up to 4 times. This little button here, this is where you access some of the settings. So we have waveform, vector, histogram, focus system, change colors, zebra patterns, etc. Now this is the LUTs. These are the preset LUTs, and those are Canon ones here, and then we'll have the Sony ones. And you can of course import your own LUT here, where you put it in our SD card and it will show up here. So on the top here, you will see a different set of settings. We have the mode, at the moment it's a receiver because it's receiving footage from the camera. You can use a transmitter and transmit it to other devices, the different channels, and you can set different groups, display, the brightness, etc. I think this is 1600 nits monitor. System, you can change language, Wi-Fi, change the fan for auto to low, volume, and different shortcuts, and you can reset your image analysis as well. And this just gives you information about the device as well. Let me show you the latency, which is 6 milliseconds. So it's almost instant. You know, no latency is perfect, but I'm happy with this because I don't need to do any accurate timing. It's just me to see how the acting is going for my films. So this is perfect latency for me. And with this new Pyro OS wireless transmitter and receiver, you have the option to use it with the monitor, which already is a transmitter or receiver, or you can use that's attached to your camera and then use a different monitor with the receiver attached to it as well. So again, both these products have variations for you to use. You can even transmit up to 4 devices, and you know, the possibilities are there for you to use and explore. As you'll see later how I use these 2 devices on the movie set, like I can go to different rooms, sit down, relax on a director's chair, look at the monitor, and then just direct from there. But no, you do not do that. A good director should always be in the room with an actor. But you know, for the reason of this monitor, it can be used for different purposes, for costume, makeup, set design. They can watch from another room. And if you have the Hollyland app, you can also use a transmitter to transmit the footage to anyone who's got a phone with the app on, so they can watch what's going on. It's actually 8 o'clock in the evening, and like I said, tomorrow I've got a shoot for the film, and I think it's time to pack my stuff and see you guys on set. So I've got the monitor set up here. We'll turn this on. This is the location, by the way, guys. The main scene will be shot here. So the monitor's over there. We have this transmitter connected to the camera. If we switch on for now, I think because it's quite sunny outside, I think today we probably need like an ND filter on there, which I'll pull it on. Okay, that should be connected now to the, yes, here you go. You can see that at the moment it's very blown out. So if I use the zebra here, which is really good, it helps you to get the exposure right in case if it's overexposed, underexposed. With those zebra lines, it means it's obviously overexposed. So if we just move the ND filter here to the right, There you go. And this is without the this with the All right, so I'm gonna shoot the aspect ratio to 235 by 1. So the red lines should be a little bit lower. So there's like a black bars. So to do that, we go to aspect marker, change from 16 by 9 to 235. And now you can see we need to shoot within the red lines. So this is set up already, and we're just waiting for the actors to arrive. We're gonna set up the lighting a little bit, rearrange the furniture, and then we'll be ready. So that was a quick glimpse of the behind the scenes of my next short film, or part of the big short film I talked about earlier. And you saw how I use the transmitter and the monitor as well. And this is what I'll probably do for my future shoots. And I hope you look forward to this film. Like I said, it's gonna take a while to get it all shot. So I've shot 2 locations, I'm gonna shoot 2 more. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but obviously I'll release on this channel. And in the meantime, I'll be shooting more behind the scenes and tutorials and all my knowledge I wanna share with you guys. So keep exploring, keep filming. Till next time.